Hi everyone, how are you doing today? So, I am back today to talk to all of you, and not talking only about autism. Okay, yes, of course, I am a autism coach. My name is Rachna, and I generally deal with therapies or I deal with topics where what helped my son. So when I'm talking today with in today's topic, I wanted to bring awareness to any newborn parents or parents who have a special needs child. Okay? So my topic today is role of movement or the power of movement in the developing brain. Okay, very interesting, isn't it? We never knew that movement actually helps with brain development. And that's why it's very important to bring your infant or your newborn or a infant child, who's just a few months old, on the floor. Okay? So we want to give them enough space to roll around. We want to give them it, enough. They need to make an effort to use their body, and learn to turn around, learn to come on their stomach, and then learn to pull them up in on all fours. Very important. So flow time is supports natural sensory motor development. And it's so very important to bring your child on the floor for their proper development. Rolling, reaching, grasping, grasping. This is all, all these movements which an infant would be doing really stimulates their brain, sensory and motor areas. So बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है कि बच्चों को हम जमीन पे लाएं, उनको वहां पे रोल करें, चटाई लगा के बस बैठ जाओ उनके साथ, राइट? वो रोल करें एंड उसके बाद जब वो इतनी हिम्मत आ गई है कि वो दे कैन put their hands and legs in a way that they come on all the fours. Now, when the child is getting diagnosed with autism, this phase where the child would be rolling, they start learning the movement is missed, isn't it? Because our children are generally diagnosed between 1.5 to 3 or 3 to 5, right? So that's why I said it's for all the parents who are becoming parents or they are newborn parents. It's very important कि अपने बच्चों को जमीन पे लेकर आइए, उनको रोल होने का मौका दीजिए. Don't put them in a crib all the time and let them be on the floor, let them be on the bed. Bed becomes little dangerous because they might fall. So इसलिए जमीन पे चटाई और उसके ऊपर अच्छा सा गद्दा वद्दा लगा के उसको कंफर्टेबल कर दीजिए, राइट? इट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट कि वो बच्चे को रोलिंग का एक मौका दिया जाए और वो अपने फोर्स पे आए तो बहुत ही अच्छा है. अब ये जो क्रॉलिंग होती है, एक माइलस्टोन होता है, ये फिजिकल माइलस्टोन है, राइट? अब क्रॉलिंग जो है इतना इंपॉर्टेंट है कि अगर हमने ये मिस कर दिया, जैसे कि मेरे बच्चे के केस में हमने ये मिस कर दिया था, वी मिस्ड क्रॉलिंग and used to sit and try to move his body forward, but he was not coming on his fours. But जब मैंने occupational therapy उसके लिए start किया तो the first goal was to make him to crawl. अब crawling इतनी important है कि crawling engages both the hemisphere of our brain. ठीक है? अब जब बच्चा crawl करता है, left forward and the right leg forward, and then again again it's vice versa. So right forward, left leg forward, right hand forward, left leg forward, then left hand forward, right leg forward. ऐसे होता है ना crawling में. अब क्या होता है कि both the parts of the brain start getting used. When it is getting used alternatively, the connections between the two hemisphere of the brain becomes strong. Okay, so it builds the coordination, improves concentration and strengthens the memory. अब ये तो हमें किसी ने बताया ही नहीं कि मूवमेंट इतनी ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट थी. कोई भी अगर माइलस्टोन हमारे बच्चे मिस कर जाते हैं तो ऐसा नहीं है कि वो कर नहीं सकते, ऐसा है कि हमें करवाना पड़ेगा क्योंकि उन्होंने मिस कर दिया है. अब नाउ वी विल एनकरेज देम टू डू इट. if your child missed a milestone which is crawling, which is so important, तो crawling कराना बहुत उनको पहले तो full prompt करके सिखाना बहुत important है. उसके बाद उनको different types of crawling, you know, like एक होता है bear walk, एक होता है wheelbarrow. All these type of crawling is so very necessary. ठीक है, तो ये करवाना बहुत important है हमारे बच्चों के लिए, क्योंकि sensory development भी because of the physical activity होता है. तो जो हमारी physical activity हो रही है, हम जो मर्जी इंटरवेंशंस कर रहे हैं अपने बच्चे के साथ, यू नो, स्पेशल एजुकेशन कर रहे हैं, एबीए कर रहे हैं, स्पीच कर रहे हैं, ओटी भी कर रहे हैं, ओके, ओटी, बट ओटी कितना कर रहे हैं, राइट? ओटी कर रहे हैं तो उसमें उसके गोल्स क्या हैं, राइट? अगर उसका कोई फिजिकल माइलस्टोन मिस हो गया तो वही ओटी का भी गोल है, तो प्लीज रेप्लिकेट इट एट होम ऑल्सो, वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट. ठीक है, और ओटी कितनी बार हो जाएगी? हफ्ते में 1 बार, 2 बार, 3 बार मैक्सिमम, while the child is with us for most of the time, है ना? तो एक रूटीन बनाना that every day we will do certain activities. ठीक है, it can be a brain gym exercise also. Brain gym exercise क्या होता है? ये midline होती है. This is the midline where, you know, it becomes like a mirror image. हमारे body symmetrical है हमारी body, right? If you draw a line in the center, it is the midline. ठीक है, मिडिल से लाइन जो जा रही है. अब जो भी हम मूवमेंट इस मिड लाइन को क्रॉस करते हैं, सपोजिंग आई विद माई राइट हैंड आई टच माई लेफ्ट शोल्डर. ठीक है, व्हाट इज दिस? आई एम क्रॉसिंग द मिड लाइन, राइट? अब जो भी हम एक्सरसाइज ऐसे करते हैं, यू नो, लाइक वी आर डूइंग दिस, और यू नो, वी आर, you can do, you can touch your right hand to your left knee, right? That also is a midline crossing. इसको ब्रेन जिम एक्सरसाइजेस भी बोलते हैं. ब्रेन जिम एक्सरसाइजेस की कुछ, यू नो, जो एक्सरसाइजेस हैं, learn that. You can do it on the, you can see, you can ask your occupational therapist, you can see a lot of videos on YouTube and replicate it. ठीक है, जो भी मिड लाइन क्रॉस कर रहा है, जैसे राइट हैंड टू लेफ्ट नी, लेफ्ट हैंड टू राइट नी, मिड लाइन क्रॉस हो गया. ऐसे ही जो हम क्रॉलिंग करते हैं वो भी, यू नो, इट इज लाइक alternate hands and legs that we are using. That also builds up the connections between the two hemisphere of the brain. ठीक है, जितना ये कनेक्शन बेटर होगा, नेचुरली उसकी जो सेंसरी नीड्स हैं, they will start becoming better. जिससे वो ओवर सेंसिटिव है, the child will become lesser sensitive. This is what happens even in our occupational therapy, but it needs to be done even at home. Exercise, some form of the other. Okay, ये सब बातें हो गई. जो मैंने बोला floor time, that's for the infants, right? And it's for all the newborn parents, all the children who are born. It's very important. ठीक है, हमारे बच्चों के लिए तो ऑफकोर्स ज्यादा, पर हमें उस वक्त हमें पता नहीं होता कि बच्चा, you know, can be on the autism spectrum, or he or she is having some kind of neurological developmental issues, right? So it's very important for all children to have a floor time. Then when the child becomes a little big, yes, we can start with brain gym exercise. Now brain gym exercises is not only good for the toddlers, it is good for any growing child. ठीक है, मिड लाइन क्रॉस करना, राइट? तो हम कनेक्शंस बिल्ड कर रहे हैं. ब्रेन का तो ये बेस्ट है ना, न्यूरोप्लास्टिसिटी इज देयर फॉर द ब्रेन, and these connections can be built at any stage or any age, right? This is the beautiful part of our brain, right? So brain gym exercise में एक बहुत ही अच्छा होता है कि lazy 8, जो हमारा infinity sign भी होता है और lazy 8 भी होता है. इसको हम वॉल पे एक चार्ट पेपर लगा के या कोई बोर्ड लगा के, we can ask the child to, so every time the child is moving with 8, it is crossing the midline. And there is a stretch of the shoulders as well. वो बहुत अच्छा है. Otherwise, you can make a 8 kind of a thing on the floor and ask the child to walk on it. That also is very stimulating. Okay, and it helps in the brain development. These are small. I gave you little tips on the brain gym exercise. Okay, so it generally stimulates the coordination between the left and the right brain hemisphere, improves concentration, memory, motor planning. Motor planning is when there is a planning in the motor. I mean, if the child is able to plan physically, कोई hurdle है, कहाँ से बच के जाना है, ये नहीं कि मैं टक्कर खाते हुए जा रहा हूँ, क्लमजी हूँ मैं, राइट। एंड अगर कोई छोटी सी जगह है तो क्रॉल करके कैसे उसमें से निकलना है, ऑल दीज थिंग्स, जो वो प्लानिंग होती है ना, मोटर प्लानिंग, दैट गोज अ वेरी लॉन्ग वे इन आवर स्पीच, क्योंकि स्पीच में भी मोटर प्लानिंग है और ब्रेन का वो हिस्सा डेवलप हो जाता है जो हमें बात करने में भी हेल्प करता है. So it's not only that I am working on my physical thing, this physical thing is actually helping develop an area in the brain that is also going to influence the speech, right? So very important. Not only speech, the focus, है ना? So क्योंकि tongue जब मूव करती है, जब हम बात करते हैं, right? That is also motor planning. राइट, जो हमारे अगर जैसे बच्चा है उसको वो सीक्वेंस ही नहीं कर पा रहा, पापा 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 बोलते से was doing that, that's called apraxia of speech. It is basically the sequencing of the sound, where to stop, when to stop, and it is something to do with this is also oral motor. And once this motor planning happens, here this also gets affected naturally, because this is also part of the motor planning. Okay, so very important. Then if the child grows up little further, 6-7 years का हो गया, and हम ये brain gym exercises कर रहे हैं, 7-8 years का हो गया, bring in yoga, very very important. That really helped Raman. Okay, और ना he started feeling very proud that see I'm able to do postures, and he is hypotonic. He was hypotonic, and he is still not able to do many things. And we had a very lovely yoga teacher. She used to take one-on-one with my son, though she was not a special educator or anything, but she helped Ranak, and he was able to do. And then he became the leader of his class. He would show everyone how to do Surya Namaskar, and many of the things he learned. So what yoga did, I never thought that he would be able to understand what is breathe in and breathe out, and he started doing it. It was so amazing, and so never underestimate the capability, the potential of your child. They will be surprising you. But bring in that movement. And yoga is not simply the movement, it is holding a posture with your breath control. That also goes a long way in your brain development. Simple yoga poses and breathing exercise help with self-regulation, and that reducing anxiety, that emotional regulation start coming even in us. It's not only something unique to our children, it comes in us also. It improves the body awareness, flexibility, balance, strengthens the mind and body connection. योगा का तो मतलब ही यही है कि हमारा दिमाग हमारे ब्रेथ के साथ अब कनेक्ट हो गया. अब अगर हम एंशियस थे तो एनीवेज वी विल काम डाउन, वी विल कूल डाउन, राइट, क्योंकि वो थॉट से ही हमने ब्रेक हो गया ना. नाउ वी आर नाउ कंसंट्रेटेड ओनली ऑन सर्टेन पोस्चर. उस पोस्चर के साथ व्हेन वी आर चेंजिंग दैट पोस्चर्स, again there is a breathe in and a breathe out at different postures when we are changing the postures, है ना. तो योगा तो मतलब most beautiful and most needed thing for our children. ठीक है. Then another thing that really is helping right now when the child grows up, maybe अगर लड़के हैं तो you know how much they love physical activity and the strengthening of the body, that is there even for our children. And this I realized only when I actually explored gymming for Rana, because he was hypotonic and I knew that he requires not only something that like occupational therapy, he requires something which will strengthen his muscles, because he had issues when it comes to writing also. So his shoulder, elbow, wrist, यही बात होता है ना writing के लिए. These things needs to become very strong. तो मैंने ये सोच के जिम स्टार्ट किया. अभी भी जिमिंग कर रहा हूँ. And what happened? What was the repercussions of doing strengthening, muscle strengthening for him? The repercussions were that he started writing better. Okay, motor planning, focus, speech improved. He's become more confident in his body. He's feeling his body more than what, there were a lots and lots of fine motor skills which we were struggling. Okay. And these days, I'm surprised with the way he's using his fingers. कुछ नहीं कर रही मैंने, ऑक्यूपेशनल थेरेपी, सेंसरी इंटीग्रेशन सब बंद कर चुकी हूँ. He's 17, he's going to be 17 next month. So I've stopped anyways because मुझे लगा कि अब next step चाहिए. और उसी से I have seen so much improvement in his focus, in his learning, his memory really improved. Because when our children are doing various what do you call activities, the exercises, उससे क्या रिलीज होता है? कुछ तो केमिकल डिफरेंस आता है ना, और वो होता है डोपामीन एंड सेरोटोनिन. इट्स अ फील गुड हार्मोन्स आर रिलीज्ड. अब जैसे ही हमारी बॉडी में जो फीलिंग गुडनेस आती है ना, तो हमारी एनर्जी लेवल्स भी अप हो जाते हैं एंड हमारा फोकस बेटर हो जाता है. कोई भी जो टास्क है हमारे सामने, इट बिकम्स इजी टू डू एंड आवर सेल्फ मोटिवेशन गोज अप, क्योंकि डोपामीन रिलीज हो रही है. डोपामीन का मतलब इट्स अ हार्मोन, राइट? इट्स अ हार्मोन needed for self motivation. That self motivation is what goes missing for children who are on autism spectrum, है ना? तो अब इसको लेकर आना है. कैसे लेकर आएंगे? हम जिमिंग से कर सकते हैं. अच्छा, अगर बच्चे अभी टीनेजर नहीं है तो भी तो हम मसल स्ट्रेंथनिंग कर सकते हैं, राइट? योगा में बहुत अच्छी बात बोली जाती है कि अगर आपको अपनी स्ट्रेंथनिंग करनी है, पहले अपना वेट संभाल लो. या सो अपना वेट संभालना ही स्ट्रेंथनिंग है, राइट? So you can actually concentrate on, yoga exercises which with little hold of a position. जैसे ही हम वो पोजीशन होल्ड करने लगते हैं, अब हम अपने वेट को अपने हाथों पे, लेग्स पे डाल रहे हैं, राइट? या टोज पे डाल रहे हैं, राइट? तो जब हम वो करने लगते हैं, अगेन वी स्टार्ट स्ट्रेंथनिंग आवर मसल्स, राइट? And always, even for small children, like I've seen with run-up also, we used to use weight for 1 or 2 kgs. ठीक है? I had that handcuffs मिलते हैं ना, cuffs मिलते हैं, weighted cuffs for writing, because to bring that stability on his wrist, we used to use that, वैसे आप सैंड से भर के, नहीं तो 1 किलो, आधा किलो राइस का कुछ भर के पोटली लगा के अपने बच्चे को यहाँ पे भी बांध सकते हैं. That also is for strengthening. और उसके बाद उसको बोलो कि हाथ से काम करें, right? Little weights can be used even for children who are 12 to 15, right? Because हमारे जिम में ये लिखा हुआ है कि 15 साल के छोटे बच्चे नहीं आ सकते. So that is why I'm saying this, that strengthening happens with weight lifting, little bit, right? तो ये जितनी strengthening होगी, जितने हमारे हाथ अच्छे से यूज करेगा, उसको यहाँ स्ट्रेंथ आएगी, उसको हाथों में स्ट्रेंथ आएगी, उसकी फाइन मोटर स्किल्स बेटर हो गए. फाइन मोटर स्किल्स जैसे ही बेटर होने लगे, नाउ द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स फीलिंग इंडिपेंडेंट. जब वो इंडिपेंडेंस और फीलिंग कॉन्फिडेंट एंड द चाइल्ड स्टार्ट्स फीलिंग द बॉडी, fantastic. I've seen fantastic results with Ranak, and that's why I was so keen not of the hyperactivity movement that is regulated, movement with a structure. And the structure can be yoga, the structure can be gymming, the structure can be brain gym exercises or any exercises. Every movement is yoga actually. Even gymming is kind of yoga. So what I have understood with yoga is like every movement, whether it is, it's like acrobatic, that also is yoga. But yoga में ये है कि हम with every breath we are attuning, we are aligning our postures. So that brings in more calm, more peace. मुझे ऐसा लगता था because I am a yoga enthusiast. So वो जो tree pose करते हैं हम, and we are trying to balance. The more balance I do physically, the more balance I feel emotionally. And the day I used to miss yoga, my routine used to go haywire. The day I do my yoga and my exercises, I am so aligned with my work. The work I would take 2 hours to finish, I can finish in 1.5 hours or maybe 1 hour. And I am not feeling tired. That's the beauty. Okay, when I'm talking about the movement, let me also take this liberty to tell all the parents that अगर आपको भी अपना स्ट्रेस निकालना है, एंजाइटी निकालनी है, तो मूवमेंट करना बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है. Never underestimate the power of movement. It can be fun, it can be dance. Dancing is also movement, right? With a rhythmic movement, that also brings so much of happiness there, and then stress removed. ठीक है? डिप्रेस फील कर रहे हैं, जिम में जाके अपना स्ट्रेस निकाल के आ जाओ, राइट? नहीं है जिम, म्यूजिक लगाओ, डांस कर लो. और बेस्ट थिंग इज आई डू दैट विद माय सन. And the time when I put on the music, whether I know how to dance, whether I don't know how to dance, I'm not saying about that. It's just moving my, hands, my legs, my, in the rhythm, so that, and I've seen the effect of my dancing on Ranak. He comes, joins me. He's, he's all of a sudden, even he starts feeling so happy, you know. So it's like both ways it helps. So any of the mothers who are here, who are listening to me today, so if you are feeling too stressed, if you are feeling too much of negativity, go move yourself. Move and sweat it out. ठीक है? पसीना निकाल दो, सारा नेगेटिविटी खत्म. Take a nice warm, lukewarm water shower and you are good to go. Right? जिस दिन थोड़ा sad लग रहा है, lazy भी लग रहा है, just push yourself. Put on a nice shaky songs and dance. Yeah, that's what I do. Yeah. So that's what I wanted to bring to the awareness of newborn parents as well as the parents who are already having maybe grown-up children. No matter what age, after 15, you can start yoga, you can start gymming, and that really helps, right? It's not that, okay, Rachna ne bola कि जिम करना है तो जिम ही करना है. No, you can always do yoga, and there are so many online yoga teachers as well. So you can just find somebody and do it from the comfort of your home, right? It's always nice to have teacher physically present, but if that is difficult, but you can do it from the comfort of your home, right? अभी तुम्हें लग रहा है कि पता नहीं, I have a grown-up child, whether the yoga teacher will be able to handle my son or not. I can do it, right? By doing it online, right? I have done in COVID time online yoga training. I had a yoga teacher even only in my society only, but she used to take online classes. I've done it. So it's very much possible. Where there is a will, there is a way. So have that will always alive within yourself, and then you will see that things start changing. Yeah, that's all from me today. Those of you who joined me, thanks so much for hearing out. I am basically autism parent coach, where I coach parents to understand what is the role of diet, nutrition, uh, when it comes to children on the spectrum. What are common deficiencies our children are facing, which is causing lots and lots of behaviors which can be linked to nothing but nutritional deficiencies. I have worked around with Ranak and brought, a huge leap in his progress. And if you want to know and understand how I did it, you are all invited and very welcome to join me every Friday. I have a session at 5 p.m. I have a master class. I also have a 14-day program where I deep dive into the dietary change, what are the harmful food, what are the brain boosters, what are the anti-inflammatory, and also what is the role of prebiotic, probiotic, everything when it comes to your food, anything that comes into your mouth. I will discuss all those in those 14 days. You can join me there as well. You can find me in rachnaautismcare.com website. I have a masterclass details out there. You can go check it there. I also have a YouTube channel which is called again Rachna Autism Care. And in my website, we have put a number of very interesting blogs as well. Go read it. It comes to you free of cost. Read it and empower yourself. Learn as much as possible. Yeah. So never stop learning. Never give up on your child. They will give you surprises, and those surprises will be miracles, right? And that's what I look, because I feel everything around me is a miracle. So keep smiling, keep joining me, and we'll talk more in my coming live sessions. Bye bye. Take care.